Hi everyone, we're back again today. I have a different camera angle thanks to my husband. He said I needed to give him credit. So I'm giving him credit for giving me a arm stand that holds his microphones, and I've got my camera rigged up on that. So hopefully we have a different angle and a better angle and we can see better today. I can move my paper around better so that we can get different views of it. Okay, we left yesterday with stamping, so we're going to go ahead and continue stamping today with our black stamp. Whoa, can never get these things open. Okay, we're going to put a few more of these circles on. And some of them I don't want real heavy. A few down here. I'm going to turn my paper, see what it looks like this way. Put one right here off of the paper. One over here. I guess we'll stamp over this little mark we made on here yesterday. Okay, I think I'm finished with that. I want to dry these up a little bit. Hopefully we can get this paper finished today. Well, I wanted to tell you all that I found the inside of that pen yesterday. Belle came out from under my bed with it in her mouth, bringing it to me, so she was being a good girl, doing that. Okay, I think I want some more color in here. It's still quite a little bit light for me. I'm going to use some of these number stamps again, and I'm going to do, I took the blueberry and I made 2 different bottles with it, and diluted it a little more so it's not so stark and bright. We'll see how this looks. Oh yeah, much better. Put a little there, a little over here. It looks like Belle's trying to get into some trouble. That's what you hear in the background. A little over here. She's trying to find what she can find to chew on. She has a chew, but she just chews on that for a little while, and then she tries to find other things to get in trouble with. Alright, let's put some bubbles in the middle here. Let's use something darker. Let's use a purple if I can find it. Here we go. yeah, that looks a lot better. Flip this over onto our drop paper here. Okay, we're going to dry this up. I need to find a place for this stamp. I don't want to get a whole bunch of stuff on the back of this paper. So I'm thinking after I cut this paper and do the inside of the little book, I want to crackle it. Put some crackle paint on the inside. I think this camera setup is going to be a lot better for me for out here with these bigger papers. I just saw that sitting by his drums and thinking, he doesn't use that anymore for a microphone. Maybe he'll let me use it for my camera. He's such a sweetheart. He doesn't care. We've only been married for 7 years, and that's another story. I want to get this pretty dry because I want to do some more stamping with some different colors on here and see if we can brighten this up and get it finished up today. Get her done. I did order another battery off of Amazon, so that should be here in a few days. I try not to do any ordering off of the internet anymore. It just costs so much for postage. But if you can't get it locally, I guess you have to order it. And I called several different stores this morning, and no one seemed to carry them. And I'm quite new. I've only lived in the Cincinnati area for 7 years, so I don't know where everything is. Like camera stores and battery stores, and I just don't take off and go, well, I could if I had the address. I have a GPS in my new car now. I could, I guess, go, but I'm so afraid of getting lost. Finding myself in Timbuktu, Chicago or something. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. We're going to go for it. Alright, let's try this StazOn Fuchsia Pink. That ought to give us some color. And we'll do the butterfly. See what that comes out like. Hopefully we don't make mud. Like I said, if we make mud and it turns out ugly, we'll just cut it up and make some collage papers out of it. Okay, let's see what this does. I'm gonna stamp it right here in the middle. I saved a space for it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Let's do that again. Let's put it right here. Seems like there's a hole for it. And maybe one over here. One here. One up there that you didn't see. And a half of one up here that you're barely seeing. Okay, that's be enough of that one. Let's try some of this pumpkin orange. And we'll do the dragonfly with that one. There, see what that does. Oh, pretty. Alrighty. Let's turn our page this way. Keep turning it and see where we want to put some more. If we want to put any more. I think I want to stamp it over here. Maybe one right here. This way. Let's see. Where do I want another one? Maybe right there. And I'm just going to stamp it off. Okay, I think I'm finished with that. Now, if you want to, you can keep going and keep adding more and more layers, but I think I'm pretty much done. I think I got some colors on here. I want to reveal where underneath the tape. And excuse me just a minute, I'm going to get another piece of paper. I'll be right back. This is the paper that I didn't show you yesterday. The brand is Pacon, I think P-A-C-O-N, Pacon. Multimedia art paper, 12 by 18 inches. And it says for use with pencil, color pencil, pens and inks, charcoal markers, and oil pastels, suitable for all wet media. Except for when I opened this, it was really, well, it's thinner than other mixed media paper. Now this Canson mixed media is a little thicker, but I guess it's okay. Now what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna take the tape off and I'm gonna put it on this paper, and you can get 2 for 1. Now you can put stuff on this paper if you'd like, or you can use an old piece of paper that you've had stuff on it, but we're going to take this tape off and place it on that paper. I'm going to move some stuff around off my table here, get a little more room. Okay. Scissors over here. Alright, what we want to do is just go ahead and start finding our tape. Start pulling it off. That was a good one. That was a... And when you place it on this, I'm not going to do it right now and take the time to do it, but it's only supposed to be for one stick. And so I would put some Aleene's tacky glue underneath it to make sure that it would stay on this paper and not lift on you. I'll do that later after I get them all on here. That's a tedious thing to do. We'll take this one off down here. And if they get tangled up and you can't untangle them and whatever, don't mess around with them. Just chalk it up, throw them away. Okay, I think this one is not a crossover. Well, you know what? It's stuck on there and that's where it wants to be. So we'll just leave it there. Okay, let's try this one. This is the real long one. Let's see, I'm going to wait for that one. Do these little shorter pieces. And that's the reason I like to have it come off of the paper a little bit, so you have something to grab. Okay, this is a little short one here. Let's do this one right here. Piece. You see what we're getting here? You can do this in on your journal pages. You can do it with just the painter's tape, or they also have just regular frog tape that's not shaped, and that's a less adhesive backed tape which would come off your paper easily. I tried to do this with just regular masking tape on a journal page, and it seemed like it wanted to pull the paper off when I was taking the tape off. So either that, or you could stick it on your, on your clothing, on your shirt first before you stuck it to your page, and that might take some of the stickiness off of it. But remember, you're going to be putting wet media on it, so you want it to stick pretty good, but then you still want it to come off your paper without tearing your paper. Okay, here's one of these longer ones. I'll grab my paper here. Shorter one. This frog tape was quite expensive. It was like almost $14 for one of the rolls. So if you had friends close by, you could maybe share it. Okay, now for the very last one. This is the big long one. And this one's not going to fit on my paper. This paper's a lot smaller. But we'll see if we can get some on there. And we'll cut it off and put it somewhere else. So you can see what you could get with this paper. Now you could start spraying it, stenciling it, stamping it, and after you glued these on, because these are going to not be meant to be taken off of this page. This is just going to be another mixed media page that you would make, and you could glue over the top of it, Mod Podge over the top of it, make sure that it all stayed on here. You could cut this up and make all kinds of things with it. Okay, now here's our page all finished, except for I'm going to varnish it. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to put a coat of varnish on it. And I guess I could do that right now. We still have plenty of time on our... Okay, hang on a minute. Let me go get my varnish and a paintbrush. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the varnish that I use. It's from Delta Ceramicoat varnish. I use the satin interior. Hey, we're just gonna varnish this and then put it away to dry. I just use this kind of a paintbrush. Can you all see what I'm doing here? Just painting on varnish. Yeah, you can doodle on this if you'd like to increase it more. I might just doodle on it a little bit after this dries. Do whatever you want with it. Enhance it however you'd like. I could see that some of my stamps weren't dry enough yet and they're kind of smearing, but that's okay. I like it. I like that look. Okay, I'm just going to put this in some water. Kind of look at this in the light to make sure I've got every spot on it. Can y'all see how pretty it is? Okay. That's all we're going to do today. We finished up and wait for this to dry and we'll come back and see what we can do with it. See if maybe I'll crackle on the other side. Okay, thanks. The awkward, the end. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.